What's up, everybody? We're live. We have a pretty good card tomorrow morning. We got UFC London. We got Sean Brady versus Leon Edwards. We got a great co-main event in Yan versus man, I don't even want to say that now. Carlos Ulberg, man. Ulberg is, one of the best fighters in the division right now and, on the rise. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Joining me is one of my best friends. He's been on my podcast, Ant, many times. Ant, what's up, man?
What's up, everybody? Nice to be live for the first time.
I'm back in Cali, and yeah, man, we can talk about last card. Vittori looked like absolute dog shit against Kutateladze. That was, I think it was 4-1. I think the judges actually got it right, man. I think the round that Vittori won was the second round that he hurt him, but Kutateladze showed a lot of heart, and he just outstruck him. He landed so many more strikes. So without further ado, let's dive into this card. So first fight of the night, we got Guram Kutateladze versus, how do you say, Fernandes?
Kawi.
Yeah,
Fernandes,
and then let's go to the odds. You want to put up what I'm doing here? So we got Guram is minus 370 versus Fernandes, who's plus 295. Who do you got in this one? Do you know a lot about Fernandes or not?
I have no idea who Fernandes is. I've been a big Guram supporter just because, I don't know, big Ilya guy. Ilya really backs Guram. Kind of disappointed me against Brenner, but he looked good against Vucenic. So I got Guram.
We just rewatched that. We literally just watched it like 10 minutes ago.
He won it.
He definitely won it, but it's not like it was close. I don't think you should score for Vucenic, but I do think that Guram won. But Guram I think he's a good fighter, but like we talked about, his cardio is not the best, but it definitely showed up against Jordan for sure. But Fernandes he's a striker, He trains with Novi Uniao with Jose Aldo and stuff, but I just think Guram can mix it up and get the takedowns, and I think Guram's a better fighter right now. So I'm going to go with Guram as well, but it should be a banger, man. I mean, it's kind of weird seeing Guram fighting the first fight of the night. So
I think they purposely did that just to make sure that, they get the energy flowing right off the bat. Yeah,
Fernandes was supposed to fight Jared Gordon like 2 weeks ago, but I think Fernandes pulled out for something. I don't even know what it was. Next fight, we got this is a banger, man, for bantamweight. We got Nathan Fletcher versus Callan Loughran. We got Fletcher's minus 139. Loughran plus 119. There's a lot of money coming on Loughran. This is a weird fight for me because, Fletcher trained with Paddy, and I do think that Fletcher is no slouch. We didn't really see the best of him on The Ultimate Fighter because the third round, it didn't even go to a third round. It was just, who did he fought? Oh, he fought Khan Ofli, and they gave both rounds to Khan, but I actually thought should have gone to a third, Loughran, he's tough, but like Jake Hadley fucking dominated in my opinion. I don't think his striking's the best. He's small for the division, I don't know. Like, I don't even like, this is a tough fight to call. I don't even know who's better on the feet. I feel like they're both grapplers, and I think Loughran might be the better striker. I'm gonna say Fletcher wins a split, but I'm not confident. I'll never bet this fight. What about you?
Yeah, Fletcher didn't really impress me too much on Ultimate Fighter. I was actually a big Khan supporter. And I guess there was an argument for 2-0 for Khan. I personally had it 1-1. I would have loved to see a third round. That would have been awesome. I'm gonna pick opposite of you. I'm gonna pick Loughran.
All right, man. So next fight. Oh god, this is the worst fight of the card. But I mean, Bannon is pretty fucking hot. We got Shauna Bannon minus 170. We got Pooja Tomar plus 145. I don't know if you know this, but Tomar was like barking. I'm pretty sure. Was she barking last fight, or was that that one?
That was another guy.
Okay, that was the dude that fought. That was the dude that fought the other Indian. Yeah. Who do you have in this fight?
To be honest, I haven't seen much of Bannon, but India is always a fade. I'm sorry if we have any Indian watchers out there. So I got Bannon.
Yeah, one of my good friends from work, my coworker, Sammy, he's an Indian, so I'm not gonna, be racist. We call him the Indian Curry because he's pretty good at basketball, so we call him the Indian Curry. You know what, man? I'm gonna pick the Indian because I just don't think Bannon's good. And it's a dog or pass situation. It's two bums fighting each other. Give me the dog. Bannon's really fucking bad. Like, she's not good, and I don't think Pooja is good. But last fight, she looked decent, and she has some dog in her. So I'm gonna go with Pooja, but I'm not confident at all. Next fight. Now, this is a good fight. We got Christian Leroy Duncan, minus 500. We got Andre Pulyaev, plus 275. This is a good fight. Duncan's had a tough fucking road, I feel like, to the octagon. He fought RoboCop last fight. He fought Petrosian in his prime. I do think he's talented, and I do think he could be top 15 maybe in the future, maybe in a couple years. He's a good striker. He's huge for the division. We just seen him, like the takedowns. Like his grappling's not the best. It's kind of funny because I think he's the better grappler here. Pulyaev from Contender Series. He had a good win. He's a good striker. He has a good jab, but this is a striker versus striker matchup, and it's kind of tough to beat Duncan. I know the Petrosian fight. I get it. Petrosian won that fight, but that was a pretty damn good Petrosian, and I feel like he just kind of regressed after that. And I do think Duncan's a good fighter. So I'm going to pick Duncan by knockout here. What about you?
We have 2 Chris Duncans on this card. This is obviously the better of the 2. Minus 500. I think that line is a little generous for Duncan, but I see him winning.
Yeah, I like Christian Lee over Duncan. Next fight, okay, we got this is a banger, man. We got Michael Parkin versus Marcin Tybura. We got Mick. Well, we call him Mick. I don't know why they say it, Michael. We got Mick Parkin minus 130, Tybura plus 110. He was like minus 150. I bet him like a plus 104. I'm a Parkin guy. I think you already know that. I bet on him on Contender Series when he was like plus 185.
Yep.
He submitted him in like 2 minutes. This is my thing with Parkin. He's taken care of everyone that they've given to him. I know he's got a couple lackluster wins, like the Kyle Machado fight and the Muhammad Usman fight, but he's undefeated for a reason. And I think Parkin's getting better and better. I mean, he's training with, the best heavyweight in the world. He's has good cardio, good striking. The thing with Tybura is his striking sucks, and he's chinny, and his cardio is not good, but he has good grappling. But is he going to go out there and take down Parkin? It's going to be tough because we've seen Parkin get taken down only on Contender Series. And what happened? He got up, and then he took him down and choked him out. So I think Parkin has good grappling. I mean, you're going to have good grappling, training with fucking Aspinall every day. I just think the advantage on the feet is just way bigger than the advantage Tybura has in the grappling. So I'm going to say Parkin stuffs all the takedowns, and I think he just puts a clinic on the feet. I mean, Tybura, one thing about Parkin, he might not have like the KO threat. I know he got a knockout last fight, but he's very technical for the division. Like, he has a good jab, good boxing, good volume, and he has great cardio. So I'm going to go with Parkin. And also, if this goes to scorecards, there's no way Tybura is winning this fight in fucking England. So I got Michael Parkin, Mick Parkin getting the finish here over Tybura. What about you?
Mick is still early in his career. Tybura is kind of like on like the latter half of his career. I think Tybura is not that attractive of a fighter, especially at heavyweight, where grappling is at a premium and at a luxury. Mick, unfortunately, he doesn't fit into like the heavyweight mold of KO power, but he is very technical. Tybura is not that good of an opponent, but this line is pretty accurate, I would say. Minus 130 to Mick, plus 110 to Tybura. I'm gonna support Mick as well too.
The age difference is big. I mean,
yes.
What is it? Tybura's like 40, and
Tybura's late 30s for sure.
Here, pull it up real quick.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Parkin is 28, and I think Tybura is like 30 or 39. It's like a 9 or 10 year difference.
Let me see. I got 39 years old. Yeah,
and then Parkin's what, 28?
Let me pull it up.
I'm pretty sure he is.
29, 10 years.
Ooh,
10
okay,
years
that's a big thing, man.
Yeah.
Right there, that youth advantage. So, yeah, it was good for Parkin. I got 3 units on Parkin plus 104. Next fight. This is a good fight. We got. How do you even pronounce this? It's Lonier.
I think it's Lone A.
Lone A Kavanagh versus Felipe dos Santos. Who do you got in this fight?
I bet with you, the Vietnamese guy in Contender Series.
Antoine Ho.
Yeah, Antoine Ho. Got KO'd in like 2 minutes. I'm a believer of Kavanagh, so I got Kavanagh in this fight. Dos Santos didn't look that impressive. He looked impressive against Cop. Didn't look that impressive against
Lima.
Lima.
Yeah, Lima dominated.
Yeah, Lima killed him.
But Lima's really good.
Lima's a really good fighter. So I mean, we can't really take too much from that away from that loss. But yeah.
Like if Lima fought Kavanagh, I think we would both go Lima. But I'm very high on Kavanagh because I didn't see him going out there and fucking doing that to Antoine Ho. So that was impressive. Like the guy definitely has, like, I'm high on him now and he's looked good. The Ochoa kid that he just beat was pretty good too. Good striker, man. Good grappling. This is just a tough fight for Dos Santos. I don't see how he wins this fight. I think they're gonna have to get in a brawl. Maybe he gets a KO, but I think Kavanagh's better on the feet. I think Kavanagh's better on the mat. So
I'm gonna say it. Fight of the night, potential candidate.
Could be. Yeah, they both can get hurt. Yeah, because Dos Santos is not a jobber or anything.
No,
he's definitely pretty good.
He's game.
But it's just, I think Kavanagh has his number personally. So we got Kavanagh. Next fight, we got Jai, the Black Country banger, Herbert versus Chris Padilla. We got Herbert minus 110. We got Taco Padilla minus 110. So this is my second bet. I got 3 units, man, on Taco Padilla plus 104. I'm impressed with this kid, and I didn't really know that much about him because if you look into the regional scene and stuff, he didn't really look like the same guy. And then he beat Yontop, choked him out on 3 days notice. And then his last fight against Rong Zhu, who just fucking he dominated Cody Steele from Contender Series.
Yeah.
He looked good, dude. I mean, it was a back and forth war the first round, but those elbows that he fucking landed, bro, are nasty. And this is another fight where the youth. I mean, Taco Padilla is 28. You got Herbert, who's 37. So it's a big youth advantage here. Herbert's no slouch. He's definitely impressed, but I mean, he got knocked out in his debut against Ronaldo. One of the best fucking featherweight / lightweight in the world, Iwe Topuria, one of the best fighters in the world right now, fucking destroyed him. And every time we talk about Jai Herbert, everyone says the same shit. Oh, he's known for dropping fucking Topuria. Yeah, and then he got destroyed. So, I think that's his best moment in the UFC right now is dropping Topuria. His last fight, he fought an absolute turd in fucking Rolando fucking Bedoya, and that was a close fucking fight. Herbert, he's a good striker, but I don't like his chin, and I don't think his grappling is that good. I think Chris Padilla has the better grappling, I think on the feet, I think he has more power. I really think that Herbert could maybe, he doesn't really land the most volume. Herbert's a good tactical striker, but when the going gets tough, he finds a way out. And I think Padilla is a dog, and I think Padilla is the best. He brings the best matchup for Padilla. Herbert does, because Padilla's a brawler. Padilla's not just going to fucking let Herbert dance around and pick him at range. Padilla's going to make it a fight. And you make it a fight, Herbert doesn't like it. So I got Padilla mixing in the takedowns. I think that's going to be a big key. He needs to take him down because he has good grappling, and Herbert's takedown defense isn't the best. And I can see Padilla hurting him on the feet. So I got Padilla getting the job done. What about you?
I'm going to say, since Matt Schnell has now retired from the UFC and MMA, Jai Herbert has the worst chin in the UFC currently. He's a great fighter, a great striker specifically. He's competent on the ground. I would say 4 years ago, his striking was intense. He could KO anyone, but his chin, he leaves it out there on a platter for you. And if you connect, his chin is made of tissue paper. So I'm going to go with Taco on this one.
I don't know if he has the worst chin in the UFC, but I do think that he's chinny. And I just like everything about Taco's game. And he also trains out here. He trains in fucking San Bernardino with Jamal Emmers, man, and Bobby Green, all those guys. So those elbows that he this is one thing I like about him too that I read on. He watches a lot of tape, so he's definitely a lot of fighters don't watch tape at all. He studies his opponents. All those elbows that he hit, fucking, they were nasty, bro. So let's go with Taco Padilla. It's kind of crazy you're joining me on both my bets. Usually you fucking want to.
Typically, I fade
you. Want to fade me. So next fight, we got first fight of the main card. This is a banger. We got Nathaniel Wood versus Morgan Charriere. We got the Pirate, who is minus 135, and we got Nathaniel Wood plus 115. Who do you got?
I'm a big Pirate guy. I like Pirate. I like Pirate. The line is pretty even. It's minus 130 for Charriere. I'm gonna go Pirate on this one.
I'm gonna go with Wood. I think Wood gets the job done. I'm not betting it because it's gonna be a close fight. I definitely see it being a split. And Morgan's 5-9 in decisions. He's not good against.
He's got bad luck.
He has really bad luck. He's not good at going to decisions. He's very low volume too. He's a good striker, and he's gonna go out there and finish bums like his last fight against Gabriel Miranda. Gabriel Miranda is actually fighting Jamal Emmers next week, but that should be a good fight. We'll talk about it in time. But Nathaniel Wood is good, but it's another thing. His chin. He's chinny. His chin's not the best. He gets hurt in every fight, but he's a very talented fucking fighter. So, he finally made the move up from bantamweight. Now he's fighting a featherweight. It's just Feely went out there and dropped him. That was a bad look in my opinion, and Feely's kind of so. I'll go with Wood. I think he wins a dogfight, but I'm not confident.
Charriere's got KO power. Just Chepe is just a freaking dog, man.
Yeah, Chepe's good, bro. Next fight, we got the fight we just fucking watched. We got Jordan Vucenic versus Chris Duncan. We got Jordan minus 120. We got Duncan plus 320. I've seen a lot of people pick Duncan. Duncan is a brawler. He's a fan favorite, but I'm really impressed with Vucenic, and I think he has top 10 potential. The dude's good, and I just think that he's way too fast, and Duncan's too hittable and slow, and I think Vucenic's going to hurt him in the first round. He had a very competitive fight with Guram, and that was on fucking short notice. With a full training camp now, we're going to see a fucking completely different version. I got Jordan, first round KO. Who you got?
Chris Duncan might be one of my biggest fades in the UFC for sure. I just rewatched the Vucenic versus Guram. If you have not rewatched that fight recently, go watch it. Vucenic, makes it a dogfight. Almost KOs Guram in the first round. Comfortably in the lead the first round. Was pretty competitive rounds 2 and 3. He did give up his back in round 2. Then he did stay on the bottom for the last 3 minutes of round 3.
It all came down to that.
Yeah, if he could have stayed on his feet for one of those takedowns,
he would have won.
Most likely, he would have won. So I think the line is accurate. Duncan is very slow. Vucenic is very fast. Vucenic's got KO power. He's got speed. Duncan. He's got KO power, so there's a chance. He's got a puncher's chance, but I got Vucenic all day.
Let's get it. Next fight, we got Alexia Thainara versus Molly McCann. We're both big haters of McCann. I don't think she's good. I'm actually kind of impressed in this Brazilian chick. She just fought a last season contender. She going to have Hebos and Hebos' dad in her corner. She trades with them. She's a good grappler. That's the thing. And McCann cannot fight and beat grapplers. And Alexia has good striking too. And I think she was the current LFA champ as well before the UFC. Or no, she beat the current LFA champ on Contender Series. So, yeah, I got her all day. She's taking on short notice. So, Meatball can crack. I'll give her that. She has power on the feet, but no fucking ground game. So I got Thainara. What about you?
I watched Contender Series. I don't remember the Thainara fighting on that season. But yeah, I'm a big hater of Molly McCann. If Thainara can have success with the first takedown, I think that's very that'll show what happens in this fight. I'm going to fade Molly and go with Thainara.
It was one of those fights where it opened. I think Alexia opened like plus 150 against the LFA chick, and then by fight day, she was the favorite. So a lot of the public started steaming her. Maybe they watched some tape and stuff, but she won like a 327 decision. So next fight, we got Kevin Holland versus Gunnar Nelson. We got Gunnar Nelson minus 114, Kevin Holland minus 106. We haven't seen Gunnar Nelson in like 2.5 years. He doesn't fight.
He only fights in England.
He's a grappler only. He's chinny. I'm gonna say Kevin Holland wins this, man, but I'm not confident in putting my money on him because it's Kevin Holland. In my opinion, I think we've talked about this so many times. Kevin Holland's a top 15 guy at 170. But at 185, no. And he doesn't beat grapplers. And this is the thing, he's fighting a grappler here, but he beats grapplers at 170. He beat Chiesa at 170. Like, I just don't really, I'm not high on Gunnar Nelson, man. I think he's getting old. Like, Kevin's a younger guy by 4 years. He has like a 10-inch reach advantage.
Yeah.
When Kevin's on his game, he's fucking good. It's just we don't know what Holland's going to show up. So I'm going to pick him, but I'm not going to bet him. I'm going to root for him. But let's be honest, it could be a first-round KO for Kevin Holland. But it could also be a fight where Nelson's just on top of him and he subs him. Because Gunnar Nelson has good jiu-jitsu. That's one thing right now. So I'm going to go Kevin Holland. Not confident. Who you got?
Gunnar Nelson's in a weird spot. He's a very, very high-level black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Kevin Holland is also a black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but Gunnar Nelson is like leagues ahead. Gunnar Nelson's got some hands. He's got some kicks. But I think his age will play a factor. Kevin Holland, you never know which Kevin Holland's going to show up. Is it going to be the Kevin Holland that shows up, dialed in at 170, fights you where you're weak? Or is it going to be the fat 185 Kevin Holland who just showing up for a paycheck? He's making like almost 200,000 fight. I believe he's making 185 to show. So I'll go against you on this one. I'll say Gunnar.
It's gonna be a good fight. I'm excited. I just don't want to have any money on it. Next fight, we got we got Polish Power. We got Carlos Ulberg versus Jan Blachowicz. Good fight, man. It really is. It's I think this is kind of the changing of the guard fight, to be honest. You know,
Yeah.
Jan was really good in his prime, but I think he's washed. He's 42 years old. He can definitely win this fight. I'm not saying he can't, but I think Ulberg's really fucking good, and he just gets better and better. And everyone's gonna say, well, he hasn't fought anyone. I mean, that doesn't mean that he can't win this fight. I mean, he dominated Ozmir, in my opinion, in his last fight. Jan obviously has fought the better competition, all that stuff, but I just hate when people always say that. That's why he's going to win, because I get it. Jan's fought the better competition, but if you look at this fight from a matchup perspective, Ulberg's a better striker. He really is. I mean, he's just way faster. He has so many more tools. I think Jan has good kicks. I think Jan has power, but Carlos is the technician. Carlos is a really good striker. Like, he really is. The guy has a great left hook. He has good boxing. He's fast. He has really good movement. Yeah, that's the thing. And, you know, the thing with Ulberg is his cardio when he fought Kennedy Nchukwu, that was his first loss. But his cardio looked really good since. I think grappling-wise, I don't think Jan can take down Carlos. And I actually think that we could see some sneaky takedowns from Ulberg in this fight. So I'm going to go with Ulberg. I've been kind of going back and forth with how he's going to win. But, you know what? I'm going to make a statement. I'm going to say Carlos Ulberg finishes Jan on the feet. You know, and I think that this is the last time we're going to see Jan. I think he's going to retire in the octagon. So I got Carlos Ulberg, and it's going to set up a banger against the winner of the rematch with Ankin Pereira.
I think the line on this one is very off. I understand that Jan hasn't fought in 2 years. He's recovering from, I believe, knee surgery. Last time he fought was the draw against Ankalaev. I believe a lot of his losses have aged pretty well, especially that draw with Ankalaev. But there are some physical attributes that he has to overcome. I believe Ulberg has the slightly longer reach. He's much faster. Jan is very good at mixing up the martial arts if necessary. However, Ulberg is too fast to be taken down. He's too strong to be kept down if he does get taken down. His takedown defense is amazing. His get-up game is amazing. His speed is going to be lightning quick. I just rewatched Jan versus Rakic, and Jan looked visibly slower, and that was before the knee injury. 42 years old. You know, Glover Teixeira won the belt at 42 years old, but Glover Teixeira had amazing jiu-jitsu. Jan has great striking. I'm not knocking. You know, he outstruck Izzy. He did pretty well against Pereira. He almost KO'd Ankalaev on his feet with leg kicks. His leg kicks are some of the nastiest in the heavier weight divisions. Unfortunately, I think Father Time will have caught up to him. I don't believe that he should be a plus 275 dog. Should be lined closer. I would say maybe like a plus 180 would be more accurate. I think Ulberg can comfortably stay in the distance and win a decision.
He has good defense on the feet too, and Ulberg has a chin. He's durable too. So we just both think that Jan's time is his Father Time, man. Main event. Looks like some money's coming on Edwards. We got Sean Brady minus 154. We got Leon Edwards plus 134. It's a good matchup, man, for Brady. I just think Edwards is. We don't really even know where his head's at, man. He looked bad against Colby. He looked bad against Brady against Bilal. Brady's impressed me a lot, man. He's definitely came a lot. He's gotten a lot better, dude, since his first couple fights in the UFC. I think he's a good fighter. I think he has the grappling. I think that his pace. He has way more volume than Edwards. Edwards is so low volume. Yeah. He's just
annoyingly.
And the thing is, Brady is just going to back him up, and that's just going to. I just think the pressure and the takedowns, and I think Brady can actually outstrike him on the feet too. Mm-hmm. Is Edwards a better striker? Yeah, but is Edwards a better striker going backwards when Brady's in his face? No. So, and I think the takedown threat's going to be there big. One thing about Edwards that I don't like is that he tries to prove points because he did take down Usman. He took down Colby. Maybe he's going to go out there and try to take down Brady. But let's be honest, between me and you, if he tries to take down Brady, Brady's going to reverse him. Brady's the better grappler. Brady's disgusting on the mat. I mean, he's a really good black belt out of Philly, man. That Renzo Gracie. I think Brady's the best grappler, man. Besides Bilal in that division, man. So I'm gonna go with Brady. I think he makes some takedowns. I think he wins this fight pretty comfortably. I might bet on this fight live if I'm up. We'll see. But I just don't like the line. Like, I agree with the line. Like, I do think he should be around minus 154, minus 160. But he opened the dog, so I was hoping I could get dog money, and then the public just stinged him. Now, if he was the dog, it would be a sure bet. But I kind of agree. I think he should be around minus 160. But yeah, what do you got?
I will say that Leon's last impressive performance was Nate Diaz. So if you look at his last 4 fights, Kamaru Usman was dominating him. I would say maybe 4 rounds to 1 before the head kick KO with 50 seconds
He
left.
looked good in the second fight against Usman, though.
He did, but Usman looked tentative. He looked slow. He looked
terrible.
He looked scared of the head kick again. You could tell. Leon did a great job of throwing that head kick early, just to remind him, like, hey, I took your belt with this kick, so just watch out for that. Didn't look super impressive against Colby. I think Colby looked absolutely terrible, and Leon barely outpointed him.
Barely.
Leon throws 60 significant strikes in a 5-round fight. That's insane. I think Bilal showed the game plan of what Sean Brady should follow. Now, is Sean Brady as good at mixing it up as Bilal? We'll find out tomorrow night. Sean Brady has one thing that none of the last 4 opponents for Leon has, and that's finishing ability on the ground. Leon's striking, people keep on saying, oh, headshot dead. How do you get TKO'd by Bilal? But Brady has to worry about one thing only, that's striking. The takedown threat is going to make Leon hesitant to throw any head kicks or any kicks at all. Leon doesn't throw enough hands. There is a possibility that Sean Brady can get KO'd, but I think it's very low. I'm going to say it, round 3 sub by Sean Brady.
He's pretty durable, man. Like the Bilal knockout was just like the pace. Edwards doesn't even have that pace or the volume, dude. I mean, Bilal threw a lot of strikes in that fight, dude.
And takedowns. Mix up the takedowns.
Yeah.
As well, too.
I actually kind of want to see Edwards come out here and try to shoot on Brady, but yeah, I like Brady here a lot, man. I wish the line was a little better, but I think Brady's gonna go out there and make it look dominant.
You do by sub. Brady by sub.
Ooh, that'd be good, dude. But I can see Brady kind of pounding him out though, too.
You could see he could win by decision.
In the distance, yeah. I wonder if Brady will get a finish here, or he might just fight smart and just win a 5-round decision. So
yeah.
All right, guys, those are our picks. Let's do a little recap on our picks real quick. So on the main event, we both got Brady. The co-main event, we both got Ulberg. I got Kevin, you got Gunnar. Yep. We both got Thainara. We both got Vucenic. I got Wood. You got the Pirate, Charriere. We both got. Wait, you got Taco? Yeah, we both got Taco Padilla. And then that's one of my bets. We both got Kavanagh. We both got Parkin as my other bet. And then we both got Duncan. You picked Bannon?
I picked Bannon.
And I picked the Indian. Yeah. You got Loughran. I got Fletcher.
Yep.
We both got Guram. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We're going to go. Please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you guys like. Let me know if you guys want to see Ant on more shows. Next week we got a really good main event, and I guarantee you that we're going to be button heads if we do this podcast together, because I got Urseg and he's got Moreno all day, and I think Urseg is not going on 3-5 lose streak. So I think we're going to get it. And let's be honest, man, that Pantoja fight was a banger. I don't care what anyone says. It all came down to Urseg's stupid fucking decision-making in the 5th round, and then Kai France destroyed him, which is fucking – I didn't see that coming. I don't think anyone did, really, but congrats to Kai. But all right, guys, peace out. Later.
Let's go.
I can't